Hey y'all, what's good? Welcome to Wake Up with Love. I am so glad you chose to start your morning with us today. This is a sacred space cultivated with spirit, heart, and purpose, designed to support you in becoming the greatest expression of the massive blessing you came into this world to be. So let's get into it.
Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday. Welcome to the Courageous Hearts. I am here with the Love Batista. Welcome, Love.
Hey. What's up, good people? Thank you, Betsy. We are here for another beautiful Courageous Heart Sundays. Just want to check in and see how your Courageous Heart is doing today. Have you taken a moment today to breathe, to remember that the breath in our lungs is what's funding this beautiful mission? That as we are here in this 3D, experiencing all the things that come with it? Have you taken a moment to celebrate yourself for continuing in whatever form you are? If not, I encourage you to do that now. I encourage you in the background of your mind to find a few things that you are grateful for and that you can appreciate yourself for. What are some things that you are proud of yourself for doing, for continuing in the game, for continuing your generosity, your courage, your willingness to show up, your willingness to speak when you realize you might have done less than possible and you're going to do better next time. Whatever it is that you do to be you and to continue to show up, I just want to celebrate you in this moment. As we say our prayer, I'm just going to hold that up, that each one of us finds a moment of gratitude for ourselves, because it's so often when we appreciate other things and forget to love up on ourselves for the amazing people we are. So deep and beautiful Creator, that which watches over us, I just want to hold a moment and celebrate you here in the Courageous Heart and all the beautiful names that you're celebrated around the world. I believe when we can do this, we can come together as humanity in all the tones and the faces and expressions that we come in, as we were all made one of a kind. And I like to say part of the Courageous Heart is working to find out why we were made one of a kind. What is the unique reason that I was made, that you were made, that Betsy was made, and what would happen when we unify all those reasons together like a Power Ranger and become a beautiful beast of blessing and really just change the whole face of the world. And that's the name of today's conversation, Changing the World. And I have a beautiful brother that will be calling in today who is out there changing the world, has a beautiful motto, changing the world by changing me. His name is Santos S.O.U.L, has a voice that is just so beautiful. Every time he grabs his guitar, the whole energy in the room changes as he begins to sing. And that's what happens when we're in our gifts, folks. When we're in our gifts and we start using them however they're meant to be used, the frequency changes. So I'm really looking forward to him joining us today. And the reason I'm having him join us today is because following your dreams isn't easy, folks. Cutting your own path is not the easiest thing to do. And so a lot of times people want to interview famous people that have already reached a next level in one area of their life. But the one thing that's hard for me, and the reason I don't want to do that under Courageous Heart, is because people often stop showing you the parts where they're struggling. Once they reach a certain level of fame, they start pretending or they start putting out images of themselves that seems like they've arrived. And after 27 years of working with people, I've yet to meet a person that has arrived, no matter the size of their bank account, the size of their fame, the size of their ability to put their talent into action. We all have areas of lives that we're currently working in. Les Brown says, you either just came out of one, about to go in one, or in a big problem right now. And everybody you meet is there too. So that just gives us an equalizer. It just allows us to honor our humanity and know that if we can have the courage to show the world how we're really feeling, more people are going to say, me too. I feel that way too. This is hard too. And yes, I'm proud of what I'm doing and I'm proud of the things that are working, but there are also a lot of things. However, there are also a lot of areas in my life that I'm working on now. So, beautiful. We're waiting for my brother Santos S.O.U.L.
I'm going to call in a minute.
Could come in. He's going to call in any minute. So let's get it. What's up with you, beautiful folks? Where's your courageous heart this morning? What are you working on? Jonathan's going to Santos is going to come on and really just speak about his journey, share a couple of things that he's learned along the way that's helped him to stay committed in his walk and solid on it. This is a brother that whenever I speak with him, he's on mission. And he's well aware of the complexity of the choices he makes, and he holds them with a lot of love and care. And so I think we're all going to get some beautiful listenings into that. And we're also going to play his song. Oh, beautiful. He's here. Hello, brother.
Peace.
What's good?
And great rise. Life is good. Life is great.
And so Santos S.O.U.L is calling us from the Bay. Is that correct?
That's correct. Calling you from Oakland, California. Santos S.O.U.L, sending out universal love to my people.
Didn't I tell you folks that when you start singing, that's it. Life makes sense.
Can you come on and do that every week? Can you just,
we can record that.
Yeah, even if it's for like a minute. Can you just come in and bless the people?
Oh, man.
I think if it's okay with you, I want to record that. Have it as one of the things we play when the moment needs it, when we need to remember why we're breathing.
It's like our version of a laugh track on a comedy. It's like when it's needed, we just got to play that and lift the people up.
Exactly. 100%. So I was just
How are y'all doing today?
Doing well. Juggling a lot of balls. We got a roof. We're literally crowning the vision with a metal roof right now, and we were expecting some things to take place that haven't. So we're kind of just holding that in prayer and just doing the dance. My love is leaving today, traveling, so we're getting the house ready for 7 days. I'll be 7 days on daddy mode. Looking forward to it. So yeah, just living into all the beautiful things that are happening, and just really excited to be here with you. And as I was sharing, just loving up on you and your name and your magic and your medicine, I was really sharing that part of this courageous heart is that I wanna interview people that are in the midst of the work that they're doing, and that are still giving us that real 360 view. I was saying that sometimes I see that when people have so-called made it, they slowly start to stop sharing about the struggles and start sharing more about the successes. And then I feel like it loses touch for people that are still in it. And I was saying we're all in it. We always are, no matter what is happening. So for the courageous heart, we want to do it different. We want to lift up the people that are in it, working it, creating it, supporting them, and also having an opportunity to hear about what that is for them, for someone to actually have a courageous heart and continue on a path no matter what life throws at them. And like I shared, hopefully sharing some things that help you stay consistent and stay on it as you always are. But we're so happy you're here, and I want to play your song. I would love to just set the tone with your song, if that's okay.
Yeah, let's get it. My health is my wealth. It's a song that I'm really blessed to collaborate with a community leader out here in the Bay, Spirit of the Nation, and the Spirit Works organization, Spirit Works family. It just comes from, this time of shifting and transition where everyone has been distanced away from loved ones, away from community and relating to life in ways that we might have been used to. And then we had a little bit of a glimpse, at least out here in California, with things opening up. And so that the song is just encouraging us to hold to our truth and our health, and that we are here to thrive no matter what circumstance. And at the very end, it's a reminder to relax and smile, take a deep breath. It's time to go outside.
Something that you mentioned, I want to just dive in real quick on while we're setting up the music on this end, queuing it up. Spirit Nation, are they the ones that you did the other song with, where you on top of the truck?
No. The Bay Area family is, we are all, we are, artists, period. We're all connected. But no, that's brother Wolf Hawk Jaguar. He has some beautiful work out now. He's been living in Tanzania and just transmitting a lot of culture and love from the Nubian continent and back here to the U.S. So that's I love you. So it's interesting that you mentioned that. Is that we went in and released that in a really short amount of time, right as pandemic happened, and then this other song was kind of the bookend when the things started to clear up. I was like, okay, now I think the world is ready to prioritize their true wealth, which is their health.
Yes, because I was mentioning it because it just made me seeing you. It was sad to see you leave the mountains, and I was here, but seeing you in those videos and in the connections and on Instagram, it just feels like you got a community, like you said, of other creatives that are prioritizing creativity, and you guys are working together. And I think it's such an important part of the Courageous Heart path, that you be surrounded with other courageous-hearted people walking the talk and living the life to really hold it down. Would you agree on that?
Most definitely, man. Shout out Wolfhawk Jaguar, shout out Spirit of the Nation, and shout out everyone that is creating, especially those that are doing music, because right now, it's starting to represent how it was a year ago, and that was music was banned, live music was illegal, and social gathering, that aspect of culture was not allowed. And so those that sustain themselves, provide for their family, but also just maintain their own mental, emotional, and spiritual health through sharing music, through coming together. We weren't allowed to do that for a large part of last year, and we're starting to see opportunities to come back out. So yeah, it's definitely an emergent path. We're staying courageous, figuring out new ways to do what we know we're here to do.
And so it is. And that's what we're up to every week, is putting those milestones for people. We want this to be, they said, someone was saying that there's, if you were ever to get lost in the woods, what you want to do is you want to find a tree that you recognize. And then you want to make that tree base. And then you want to walk out into the woods and explore, but you always want to come back to that tree. And that tree will become your touch point. So you always have your bearings, even if you're in foreign, even if you're in a place you don't know, you have something that is constant. And our prayer here at the Courageous Heart is that we can be that for people. We can be a constant place, a touch point each week to remember, if we've forgotten that week, how powerful we are, how beautiful the mission, how important the mission, or we can come and lift other people up when we come back and we're really feeling the power and the grace of the mission. But just putting out, like you said, great vibes and lifting people up. So amazing. Let's get into it.
So let's check it out.
I am the light. I am the light. I am the light. I affirm my health. I affirm my health. I affirm my health. I am everything. I am everything. I am everything.
Santos S.O.U.L. Feeling healthy, wealthy, and wise. My health is my wealth. My health is my wealth. And I feel just fine. I feel just fine. I'm here for success. I'm here for success. dances. Like when the DJ's playing my favorite song, I'ma be sure and start dancing. And even with your mask on, I can still see you smile. So much to be thankful for. Appreciate what I got before I ask for more. My health is my wealth. My health is my wealth. And I feel just fine. I feel just fine. I'm here for success. I'm here for success. I was born to thrive. I was born to thrive. My health is my wealth. My health is my wealth. And I feel just fine. And I feel just fine. I'm here for success. I'm here for success. I was born to thrive. I was born to thrive. Slowing down, keeping my hands clean. I'm living stress-free, outside getting solar powered, and drinking plenty of water. I'm more mindful of what I eat. Wellness, the only crown on me. Taking best care of self, kindred and family. We turned around and the whole world changed. Guess nothing really stays the same. We all a little closer now. Even when we're far away, to everything's a season. I heard grandma say, gratitude is my energy. I know it's all gonna be okay, cause my health is my wealth. My health is my wealth. And I feel just fine. I feel just fine. I'm here for success. I'm here for success. I was born to thrive. I was born to thrive. My health is my wealth. My health is my wealth. I feel just fine. I feel just fine. I'm here for success. I'm here for success. I was born to thrive.
Yo, the magic's the affirmation. Stay mindful of what I'm saying. Mindfulness, know what I'm saying? Vibration, feeling amazing. You feel it when we embracing. You see it with how we shaping the station to keep creating the way that we wanna raise them. Children, thoughts, and paper. People's hands on stages. Brothers ain't even aging. Space holding with sages. I am because we are, not just something that I'm saying. Trust, we never playing. Beats still filleting. Mad at MP with an apron. Yo, seldom gaming. Same OG, you know me. Spirit of the nation. Yeah, I see you smiling, so I see that we're relating. Ancestors walk with me to liberation.
My life is a mirror. The people in my life are really mirrors of me. This affords me the opportunity to grow and change. I am willing to change. I am willing to release old negative beliefs. They are only thoughts that stand in my way. My new thoughts are positive and fulfilling. I will leave negative things in the past. I will stop holding grudges and holding on to things that bring me down. I claim positive energy. I claim wealth, happiness, love, passion. I will grow. I will grow into a new version of me. I will mature, and I will do better.
Relax and smile. The world is smaller now. Take a deep breath. It's time to go outside.
Wow.
You should have seen us. We were rocking out over here.
As will the people be.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
It's a beautiful, beautiful song, brother. And such a, yeah, like you said, such a beautifully timely message. And it's amazing because that's how I started the whole ceremony today. Just remember to take those deep breaths. Mm-hmm. And remember that the lungs are friend in the mission, you know? Like I said, I would love to really, you know, the process of like staying committed to the gift, you know, how that is in the walk, you know, what you're up to now, like what people that, you know, what you want the people to know about what you're up to now. And then finally, you know, some things that you might be able to share with the people to help you stay on track. Mm-hmm. and reinforce your medicine and your magic and the importance of it in the world.
Yeah, because the whole message of the Courageous Heart is all about the courage that it takes to show up authentically on path and on purpose. And you're certainly one of the most dedicated and clear and focused people that we know on your path. And the impact of your music is large and important, and you're just very clear about who you are and what you're here to do and how you're meant to inspire the people. So yeah, anything you have to share about that, for sure.
Well, yeah, I really appreciate you all. I really appreciate the opportunity to share. Just starting off in gratitude, getting to share this music that's coming through me. I really just taking a moment to be grateful for that, as you all are joining me. It's part of my rise routine. It's 8 a.m. on the West Coast, and yeah, I usually am working out with that song. I'm usually starting with a breath, and so I would love if we could just take a clearing breath right now, just taking a 4-count inhale and 4-count exhale, because I want to be in tune with us. Yeah, so let's just go for it. Let's just take a huge big breath in. And when you're ready, let it all go. And that's the most vital thing that we all have right now, and that's the most vital thing that I'm grateful that I have right now is the tools and the awareness of the breath. So I give thanks for my teachers that came before me. Yeah, y'all. The journey. I'm gonna give y'all an exclusive because I love to do that with my people, with my tribe, and that's They say it's about the journey. What is meant to be will be. What does success really look like? Making it really mean more than a destination. If it's your destiny, what does success really look like? Making it really mean. And I guess when you're talking about the courageous heart, I'm feeling that it's not an arrival. It's just a constant step. It's the constant, picking up the foot, committing to go forward, and that in-between step when one foot is still in the air, but you still have the intention of keeping going on your mission. You might have to redirect. You might have to turn. You might have to pause and be patient, but your intention is still step by step on your mission and on your journey. And that's what I'm doing out here. Team Changing the World by Changing Me. I'll share a few words. This is what I'm doing. I came out here to get some support around my curriculum, the curriculum around self and collective transformation programming with Team Changing the World by Changing Me. Together, everyone achieves more. Teamwork makes the dream work. And, usually everything I start, I share the invitation of these affirmations. You can say it with me. Y'all can join me if you want. I love myself.
I love myself.
I respect. Okay. I respect myself.
I respect myself.
I believe in myself.
I believe in myself.
I value my unique individuality.
I value my unique individuality.
I am because we are.
I am because we are.
Well, you dropped into that one.
I'm a masterpiece.
I'm a masterpiece.
And the final one is I'm changing my world by changing me.
I'm changing my world by changing me.
I don't know why that phrase always
thank you.
makes me so Santos.
I'm grateful. Yeah, I mean, I actually, the journey, as y'all are talking about, just the evolution and staying courageous is, I changed the lyrics to the song and I changed the mantra. At least for myself, I share that in the mirror, and every time I get to share that with kindred reflections on my journey, such as yourselves, it reverberates out, as a mantra does, and it also radiates within. And I changed it to I'm changing my world, because I just realized that, even in the intention of being like, you know, I'm gonna radiate this change in the larger collective by working on myself, it still was real grandiose. And so, you know, just circling back to self, and, you know, those direct interactions with people, with loved ones, with fam, with people that are on your team, you know, that you're interacting with every day, with your village, and with, you know, your tribe. And even in those with folks that you don't rock with or you wouldn't necessarily agree with or see yourself sharing space with, you know, they're still on the planet. And so, you know, it always comes back to self and how, you know, how we choose to show up in all our interactions. So, you know, that's something that I'm you know, getting out there virtually. That's something I'm cooking up. And you know, the Bay Area, I will say, you know, abundance of gratitude. I'm in Bruce Lee's backyard. There's so many masters and the legacy of particularly the traditional Chinese martial arts, Tai Chi and Kung Fu, out here in the Bay Area. And so there's a huge willingness to support me in those arts that I've been stewarding for almost 20 years. So I'm really grateful. And that's what I'm doing in the backdrop of the curriculum primarily. I'm sharing this breath work. I'm supporting people in working out their lymphatic system and getting their lungs together and really boosting our immune system. So I'm really excited about that work, and the Bay Area has been much more receptive than the Southeast. So, you know, I'm always staying connected and you know, where I can safely go from city to city. I look forward to sharing in intentional and small groups that really, you know, want to have a practice. I don't want to hold nobody's hand. I don't want to babysit. You know, you can, you know, it's I'm not a master. I'm a master becoming, and so you know, we can heal together. We can just share what I know, and it's really about the individual's dedication to practicing, to making, you know, 5 to 10 minutes or 20 to 30 minutes every day for their health. So, you know, that's the second thing. And then, as you know, as we came in, was the music. You know, the music. I'm really grateful to be in community with creatives, and you know, the Masterpiece EP, Masterpiece Tai Chi is how I'm sharing my wellness offerings. But so I decided to put them together and talk about a little bit about my inner journey, as well as share some mindfulness, meditation, affirmations, and just music that you can heal and break a sweat and go internal with. And that's the Masterpiece EP. So I'm excited about that project. I've been working on that, and yeah, that's what I got cooking.
You got a few things going.
And the fire. I feel like this is the time of that right now, especially with the COVID's inhale, the in-breath, and that opportunity to take notice, to take what do you call that when you quantize, when you add up what's present in your life.
Taking accounting?
Yeah, like taking accounting, and then also be able to have that creative explosion. I'm really excited. I believe we're going to see a creative explosion take place when we get to see all the beautiful things people were cooking up, you know, in that in-breath. And
that was actually predicted around the beginning of COVID, that there was going to be another, like, renaissance after all this because of all of the...
I believe it.
Yeah.
I know the blackout in New York, you know, all of a sudden there was all these babies born. So I feel like...
So there's going to be some creative babies born?
There's going to be some creative babies popping all over the globe. So... Quite a visual. That's it. I love it. No, it's the healing. Yeah. So how does somebody, like, track with that? Sounds like if somebody's moved by the tent, like, when you say the lungs, you know, I feel like that is like what COVID to me
Mm-hmm.
is reminding us, like the power of the lungs
Mm-hmm.
and the connectivity. And someone was telling me that the lungs actually look like a tree.
They do.
Inside of the body. So you literally, your tree is breathing with the outer trees.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on now, like God, the divine is just so beautiful. The beauty in it.
Well,
so,
and if I'm not mistaken, in Chinese medicine, the lungs are connected to the emotion of grief. So there was questioning around when all this started, too, of what grief have we not faced, what grief have we not processed, because at least in Western culture, we don't really have built in the outlet to grieve, to process that kind of deep emotion like they do in a lot of indigenous cultures. And so that was another aspect that I heard people talking about, too, was what grief are we being forced to look at and process right now.
That's
definitely.
That's a big one. Yeah. That's a big one, and I actually want to share a story because it's meaningful in the moment. And then, Santos, I'd love to share. I'd love to hear, like I said, how people can get in touch and receive and share and to create everything that you're bringing forth. But as Betsy, honoring that grief has visited us in this conversation, and how our culture and our Western culture is so insufficiently set up to actually assist us to move through the center of grief fully. And I was listening to this medicine man in Guatemala speak, and he would speak that it wasn't uncommon to have somebody wailing down the street, like completely losing their mind and like crying and hurting and feeling when life would hit them, when the loss of a loved one, when the loss of a dream, when something brings you to that there was actually a cultural understanding that you can just let it go and lose your effing mind and release it all and I know those deep cries when you cry so hard you feel like you're a baby afterwards. You feel like you're brand new again. I've only had a few of those in my life, but I just remember the intensity. And so I just want to take a deep breath for the fact that most of us don't have the room, the permission within or without to really be with how this experience can feel sometimes and how hard it is and how powerful and courageous you are for holding it and continuing people to be the magic that you are in this world, each one of us in our own way. And so just a deep holding for grief and maybe a prayer. I'm reading Falling Out of Grace right now by, I forget that. Do you know the author's name of that book, Santos?
Not off the top.
Betsy's gonna look it up. It's all about processing grief.
Oh,
Sabam.
Yes, come on now. Okay, yeah.
I bought that a year and a half ago, and it just yesterday was like you need to come out off the shelf. So something is here, something is present, something's coming through us this beautiful morning, and let's just wrap it in love, wrap grief in love. I pray that you get surrounded, everyone listening that's carrying grief with them, that we find communities in which we can authentically release and be with that full expression of that grief and, the healing that comes with it.
Well, and interestingly, music is something that has historically supported all of us in processing really every emotion throughout history, right? But, I mean, especially grief, if you think about being at any kind of a service or any kind of anything, it's like music. And I don't know if this is what draws you to it, Santos, as you're expressing, is because I certainly feel it with what you create, but that way of somehow speaking to or calling forth something from the soul that can't even be expressed fully in words. Yes. It's the feeling. It's the vibrational essence of the feeling, and it allows it to move, and it allows it to be and be fully and be here. And music is such a powerful tool and gift in that way, also with processing grief and other emotions.
I know.
Definitely, I agree.
I know this wasn't quite on purpose, like part of the line, but the fact that it came up. Do you have any, like, have you come across any teachings that help people work with grief through music or through other mediums by any chance?
I mean, well, yeah, I mean, the irony is that you would bring the medicine of Sabanfu Somé, but she is an ancestor now. But one of her primary offerings when she was on the planet was grief rituals and grief work. And so, yeah, that I know that tradition is definitely still alive and well with those that are stewarding those ceremonies to come, and especially for Western culture, to come and bring your grief. And as well, Tai Chi, man, Tai Chi and Qigong, sadness resides in the lungs or can get stuck in the lungs, as well as grief can get stuck in the lungs if it's not flowing. So, just doing that breath work, doing that intentional breath work, all of those practices, the yogas, the pranayama, really, really transmute the grief and, knowledge of self. So, what really floats your boat, what really makes you happy. It's like you have to, yes, be present with what might be there or might have even got lodged there. But when you really choose to embrace happiness, like, we're here. So many people are graduating, so many people are leaving the planet. But yeah, just being in gratitude and being happy is one of the most accessible practices that we can do to really work with this grief, in my opinion.
Beautiful, heard and landed, and so how does your platform work? How does the Tai Chi classes? You said the intimate small groups. Are they online? Are they in person? How are those running?
We're kicking back. We're kicking back up both with in person and virtual. Folks can tap in Masterpiece Tai Chi, Peace PEACE, because we're cultivating these tools to be masters of our peace. So Masterpiece Tai Chi .com or on Instagram at @Masterpiece Tai Chi. Santos S.O.U.L Music, and Team Changing the World by Changing Me, all with the @ Team CWCM Santos S.O.U.L, and my link tree, Santos S.O.U.L link tree. You can access all of those things and all of the work. But yeah, folks can just check out when there's available slots and tap in for a class. And if you're in the Bay Area, you can catch me at the lake, at Lake Merritt or Snow Park, and occasionally we go up into the different parks, get by some redwoods, and we do that deep breathing, reciprocal breathing with the trees, so we can tap in like that.
Beautiful. We wanna.
I have one quick follow-up question for you, Santos, because like I said, that the Changing the World by Changing Me has been changing for me. How about that? But I'm just curious, because it's such a central pillar of the work that you're doing and the purpose that you're doing in the world. And I guess I'm just curious, I feel like there are a lot of people out there right now who are struggling to feel like they can make a difference, struggling to feel like we can make the change. There's so much coming at us all the time, and internet and media make it exponentially so. And I guess I'm wondering, number one, how do you stay in that for yourself, and maybe like how do you have the courage to keep showing up and keeping that faith also that it's possible with your courageous heart and the work, what you're doing in the world? Because I think it's just so important for us to believe we can,
I mean, and it really starts there. believing, with knowing, that affirmation of the solar plexus, like, yo, I'm making this happen, no matter what. For me, it's a first you learn. So you come into some tools, and if you're sincere, it'll happen. You'll find the tools. But first you learn, and then you practice, and then you have to work it. You have to work it, like just like the breath is a constant inhale, exhale, and exchange of energies. Your muscles, everything, you have to work it. So that practice, you got to use it, and then eventually it becomes your way of life. So for everyday folks, everyday extraordinary, ordinary people, before all of that, it's the intention. It's just, changing your vibration, just knowing that, whatever your circumstances is, as soon as you make the commitment to perceive it from a framework of, I got this, I can do this, you could be looking at the same exact circumstance, but as soon as you make up in your being, make up in your mind that you can change it, the reality looks back at you differently, and then people respond to you differently, and support shows up differently. I'm sitting outside right now, and a little hummingbird just flew up right in front of me. So just life speaks to you. So that's just for folks that are maybe starting on their journey or ready to take it up a notch, spiraling upwards. It's like, just affirm it. Just hold that intention that you can change your circumstance, that you can shift your reality, and your vibration. Vibe attracts vibe, like attracts like. Vibe attracts tribe. So we got this, and tap in. Folks can come get fed here with Courageous Heart, daily, and check out. What I'm doing. There's an us. The real thing is that, yes, it starts with everyday, ordinary, extraordinary people, but also there is a reflection. There is a us in every city in the world, and we're all looking for each other. But there is somebody right next to you that by them supporting you, you are also supporting them. And they can't wait to find you.
Yes.
That's truth.
Yes. And also, thank you for the reminder that you have to use the tools. Because I think so many of us forget or get stopped there. It's almost like if you were just constantly inhaling but never exhaling, right? Like you taking or consuming information but then not actually putting it into practice. Like, the practice is imperative. And it was interesting, as you were talking, I was like, sometimes that that belief and that faith and that vibration feeds using the tools, and sometimes the tools are what bring us back to believing, and it can go both ways, but we got to use it. We got to use all of it. So yes, I said yes like 10 times while you were talking.
That was right. It was right on the money. So beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I would love here at GIG, Goodness in Action Global Initiatives, the thing that holds Courageous Heart and all the other things with Temple Harmony and the Communal House of the Courageous Heart here in the mountains. I definitely want to talk a little deeper with you on how to partner and bring your this work into the world, however it's called on your heart, because I think there's deep meaning, and I think that breath and that understanding how to move the body and how to heal thyself, how to honor health as thy wealth, and then treat it that way by putting practices into your life each day that support and bring you back to remembering the wealth that we have, and the fact that, like you said, we're still here. We're still here on this beautiful planet,
and we're looking for each other,
and we're searching, and it's happening. It's happening. The network is happening, and so I feel rich in this moment. I'm so happy to have you on. We'll definitely link all the bios in this when we put it out into the world. And as we're closing, brother, anything else? Anything else for you to say to the people?
I'm changing my world by changing me.
And so it is.
So it is.
You have a blessed Sunday. Thank you for sharing your morning routine time with us. I understand what that means, and so I feel full of gratitude that you came on. You were the first guest on the Courageous Heart, and we will continue. We'll continue to bring beautiful, loving people that are about it, that are on it, that are living it, the humble, courageous walk of being the best version of yourself and just walking it out into the world daily. Yeah. So we see you. We love you. I look forward to creating some partnerships. I started lighting up all kinds of ideas while you were speaking of all the medicine you're cooking there on the West Coast. So we'll check in again. If you have anything you want to share with the people, please let me know so we can bring you on again. I know people are going to enjoy this. They're going to go in and get lost in the world of the beauty that you bring. As I shared it, Santo, every time you open your mouth with your guitar, you change the frequency of the room.
True.
You just elevate the frequency. And that's a testimony to your gift, but as well as a testimony to all our gifts. When we are courageous enough to stand in them and bring them forth, we elevate the frequency just by being willing and courageous enough to bring the gift forward. And you do that. And I love and appreciate you for it. And keep it up. And we're fam. Anything you need, we're here.
I appreciate y'all. I say, and safe travel, sis, and happy holding down the home front, holding down that temple.
Yes, Papa Bear medicine, baby. It's going down. Martial arts every morning. It's happening.
Hey.
And breathing. I might want to do, actually thinking about it, because it's going to be a mindfulness week for us. So do you already have things posted online? Or we can get a hold of for some breath work to bring into the family morning routine? Or is that in the works still?
The perfectionist, the Virgo rising, the Virgo perfectionism. But no, there's an overabundance of just free content, honestly, on the Masterpiece Tai Chi Instagram. In the stories, there's like 45-minute to hour-long lessons, mindful moves and Kung Fu for the youth, and as well as Tai Chi and Qigong for all levels. But yeah, you could definitely pull something out of there, and just tap in with me, and we put together something perfect for just you. We got this.
Beautiful. Done. All right, brother. You have a blessed day, and we'll talk again soon.
Likewise. All right. Peace, power.
All right, beautiful people. That was Santos S.O.U.L. Oh, man, you got to get lost in the web of love that is Santos S.O.U.L. Please check out all the links that were posted to him. And there was just so many nuggets about remembering and deciding that you can do it, and because you were made to do it. You were literally birthed to do that which you're here to do. So the question is, can you do it? You can do it. It's literally in the makeup of the reason for you. So if we can remember that each morning, and then the key to breathing, it's so amazing that we actually started this with that, and then he brought it back full circle. Remember to slow down and breathe. Remember the wealth of your health and the breath that's funding the mission that is you.
And that your courageous heart is not alone.
No, we are out there. I remember watching Star Wars, and they were like, they win by making us feel like we're alone. And the truth is, we're not alone. We are deep up on this planet, looking for each other and looking for opportunities to be of service, to liberate ourselves from the misunderstanding and claim our liberation. So beautiful time, folks. Thank you for joining us once again for a beautiful, courageous Heart Sunday. We're also going to put the book, Falling Out of Grace. If the grief was about feeling, if you connected to that today, because that came up strong, and so we followed that thread, and so we'll put that up as well as a link. And, we love you so much. We can't wait to see you out in the world doing what you're doing. If you know anyone that we should be interviewing that's about it, walking the talk and really, healing the world by healing themselves and putting out good creativity or medicine, we would love to interview them and learn about the magic and the medicine that they are, and also some of the ways they can teach us for each one of us to continue to be more and more able to walk in our courageous heart.
Have a happy Sunday, y'all.
All right, beautiful people. Thank you for listening. If you were moved by what you heard today, you know what to do. Like it, share it, spread the love around. Until next time.